They should be in the wild. But unfortunately, the wild where these guys are coming from is becoming threatened. It is threatened. Habitats being lost. Gorillas are actually hunted still, for the bushmeat trade. And also disease as well. There's diseases that kill gorillas. Ebola virus has wiped out thousands of gorillas. And these guys, they've never been there. They've been born in captivity. They know no different. So yeah, we are trying to redress a bit of the balance by sending some of our captive bred gorillas out to reserves within the Congo and Gabon. But these guys, if we sent them out there now, these guys would probably die. Yeah, they don't usually start carrying around on their back like his wife and comes up and it varies, He was found in a village in Congo called Jala, hence his name, Jala. And he was found by a European guy or a Western guy flying over his helicopter. He saw a commotion in the village that he was flying over, and when he landed his helicopter, he found a young gorilla tied to an oil drum and being teased and tormented by the village children. And he took pity on the gorilla and basically bought him off the village and rescued him, basically. Occasionally they get a bit aggressive and a bit annoyed sometimes, and yeah, I've had the odd bite and the odd scrape, been thrown around a little bit, and sometimes even when they're playing they can be quite rough because they are very strong. They're about 8 times stronger than a man. So yeah, it's a couple of scary moments, with usually involving teeth.
Where you've got to teach the animal, first of all, it's got to be a black rhino again. It's got to detest man. It's got to fear man. It's got to learn to browse. We see how they graze. So you've got to teach them to browse again. You've got to teach them the food to eat. Once they've learned that, you've got to teach them that they don't have big friends. The other rhino aren't their friends. They've got their social structure that they've got to go back into. Once they've learned that, then you can start putting them into bigger paddocks where they start getting into contact with wild rhino. Wild rhino will pass on what they know. And generally your first generation after reintroduction is your truly wild rhino again.
Come on, Manyara, they're easy. Come on. Now they're making their way up to the top so they can get to where the feed is. They're actually not supposed to eat those pellets. It's actually supposed to be for the antelope.
It's really good when people have an interest, and it's just a nice feeling. You go to bed and you can say, right, I've gotten through to somebody. if I can get it through to one person out of 20, I'm happy at least one person is getting the message.
Watch how that lip goes out. When the tongue pulls in, and bites.